Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone. Welcome back to the K Plus Podcast, an unofficial episode of the K Plus Podcast. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I got a topic I want to talk to you guys real quickly today. It's something that occurred, last week. I'm gonna dive right into it once again. Hope you guys are having a lovely day, a good day. For me, it's Monday. Y'all should get this either Monday or tomorrow, Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing fine. Start of the work week. It's holiday weekend. Holiday weekend. Hope you guys had some fun. Hope you guys are staying safe and so forth. Had a good weekend so far. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 100 subscribers. We're almost to 100 subscribers. I think we're just 16 subscribers short. Just 16 subscribers short. Almost there, guys. Almost there. We're going to keep working and pushing out this content, one day at a time. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit up the K Plus Podcast. Facebook, Instagram, you name it. I'm going to keep pushing my stuff out. Let's get this show on the road. Last week Thursday, FBI or federal prosecutors charged approximately 26 individuals in a college basketball point shaving plot. Per the CBS article, 4 of the current players listed in indictment are Kennesaw State Simeon Cottle, the preseason Conference USA Player of the Year, who's averaging 20 points a night. Other guy, Delaware State's Kamian Shell, etc. A couple players that are still playing or involved in this, give or take scandal. Initially hearing about this, it sucks. I know sports betting is a big thing. I know a lot of people, do their bets, Hard Rock and all this other sports betting stuff. But it's initially is like, dang, because I love sports. As you guys know, I love sports. I love games. But, hearing that, games are being fixed, like it's already being predetermined per se on who the winner's going to be, I don't like it. I really don't like it because it's like, it takes the fairness out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, anybody could win. The underdog could win. You feel me? But like, don't be doing stuff like that. And this scandal that the federal prosecutors charged these guys with, it's really interesting, and it's kind of genius per se, kind of genius. So let me see here because I have essentially how they had it all set up and so forth. So per this ESPN article, authorities described 5 defendants, 5 individuals who initially set up this, point shaving scandal. One of them is former NBA player Anthony Blakeney. He played for the Bills a couple years, then he went on to China. He was balling in China, and I believe he was part of a previous, scandal, gambling scandal that was, NBA. I think that was a couple months ago. But let me just get into this. So essentially, let me start from the top. So these fixers, these orchestrators of the plot, essentially started with Chinese basketball games. They will get certain players, to play below par, and bet on it, so they would win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Essentially, is this a new thing? I'm sure this type of stuff has been going on for years now. I'm sure this is not the first time and it's not new, but I'll get into this. So after they, was doing the Chinese basketball stuff, they said, let's come on to America's college sports. So essentially, these fixers would recruit players to participate in a scheme and offered bribes ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to intentionally underperform. Now, some of the schools, let me say, some of the schools that were involved in this, I'll just say some: Abilene Christian, Alabama State, Buffalo, DePaul, Eastern Michigan, Fordham, Kennesaw State, Northwestern State, Robert Morris. So a trend I'm seeing with these schools, they're going after schools that aren't really popular. I don't see no Dukes on this list. I don't see no North Carolinas on this list. I don't see no Kentuckys. I don't see no Texases, Syracuse. So they go after the smaller market schools, the smaller market D1 schools, which is kind of genius if I had to say so myself. I mean, it makes sense, kind of fly under the radar and so forth. And they're going after also players who may have low NIL deals. As some of you guys may know, players can now make money off of their name, image, and likeness, which is not something that used to happen all the time and so forth. And the gambling thing is sad because, it's like I said, I love sports. We all love sports. I don't want to see no fixed game. Don't be, setting the game up so a team, let's play fair. And then I have to look at it from a perspective of, I know these students are essentially adults. College age is approximately 18 to 23, approximately, give or take. So they're adults, but they're still young adults. They're just getting into adulthood. So, I mean, essentially say, hey, if someone came up, you're a guy averaging like 5 points in D1. You may not be making it to the league and so forth. Somebody come up to you and say, hey, yo, bro, listen to me. Well, not even 5 points. They're probably, let's say, low D1 school averaging like 15 a game. Someone come to me and be like, hey, yo, bro, all I needed to do is play like complete booty cheeks. And we give you 20 G's. 20 G's. Who now what 21-year-old is turning down 20 G's? All for just playing like what? Missing your shots, airballing, layups, and free throw. That's all you got to do. What college student is going to turn down 20, 30 G's just for playing below par? So I would say these fixers are kind of predatory in a sense, knowing that, what college kids are going to turn that money down, especially if they're not making a lot of NIL money. The higher top college players are more likely to make more NIL money. Another thing is college scholarships. And it's interesting because I looked this up recently and I didn't really realize this about scholarships, which is a very interesting aspect of it. Because some of these guys, they may know it's a bad thing, they can't do it. But some of the guys, what if they need the money? What if they need the money and so forth? So I just had the percentages on my phone. I'm looking for it as we speak. So let's just put it this way. Fewer than 2%, this is per NCAA sports page, fewer than 2% of high school students are offered athletic scholarships. Fewer than 2%. Fewer than 2% of high school students are offered college scholarships. So that's already low in and of itself. But I believe the number, and I would just look at, boom, okay. Here now. Most student athletes do not receive full ride scholarships. In fact, only 1% receives full ride scholarships. So you're telling me that approximately, let's say 1 to 3% of essentially D1 basketball players, only that percent has a full ride scholarship? Hear me out? No. So that means majority of college students playing D1 ball do not have full rides, and they have probably partials or half scholarships. College is expensive. So even if you're paying half of the college and so forth, if the school costs $30K a year, 30 times 4 is what, 120 G's? Half of that's still 60 G's you got to pull out to pay for the schooling. So some of these kids may feel like they need the money. So they'll take the bribe and go out there and perform like garbage and so forth. All the while it's low-key illegal to fix games in that gambling sense and so forth. So maybe that's the reason why so much players have gotten into this and so forth. I mean, look how much other players are doing stuff like this that haven't been caught yet. I mean, sure, there's more. And like I said, it sucks because, we all like our sports and so forth. Like, you go out there and you see your player, run up the court and shoot a half-court shot and some crazy stuff, bro. Go behind the back and throw the ball, at the cameraman or something. In crunch time, something might be up. Something just might be up. So that's something interesting that I just saw. And like I named some players, Simeon Cottle, he's averaging 20 a night. I think it's Kennesaw State. He's averaging 20 a night. You feel me? So like that affects you, You're like, come on. I get it. Some of them might need the money. Some of them may not have the NIL deals like the other players and so forth, but it's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. But I do put most of the blame on the fixers of this scheme because, like I said, they're college kids. They're adults, but they're young adults. I mean, shoot, you wave 20 G's at a regular person, they'll probably do it. person who's not playing sports, they'll probably do it for whatever aspect they got to do it with. You feel me? And, like last year, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier was part of a gambling scheme and so forth. And I have to ask myself, at what point, like, for example, Terry Rozier made approximately $160 million in his career. We all know Terry Rozier, the Charlotte Hornets commentator who always screams his name crazy.
Oh, Terry! You're kidding me! Rozier! Oh!
You made $160 million over the course of your career, and you're still getting involved in gambling scandals. I'm like, bro, how much more money do you guys need? How much more money do you guys need, man? You guys are playing in the best league in the world, and Chauncey Billups, who would have thought Chauncey Billups would have been part of that scandal as well, but that's a previous case that happened already. But it just comes to like, is it greed? Does greed also play a part? Do these guys need the money? Is there debts they have to pay that we don't know about? I mean, you're making hundreds of millions of dollars, and you owe someone money. Who do you owe? Megatron? Shoot, if you owe Megatron money, if you owe that guy money, I don't blame you. Look at him. I don't blame you. So I wonder, is it greed? Maybe they made an investment that didn't pan out. I don't know the situations of these guys. We're all human. We make mistakes and so forth. And I get it. And I really get it. But, it sucks that, that's happening, with the point shaving in college games. And these were games that I think that was spanning from 2022 to 24. I don't know specifically about this season per the articles and indictment I read. But, let me hear your thoughts on this, guys. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't like the fixing of games and so forth. It makes me upset because we love sports. Let's play fair. You win, you lose. The underdog could beat the top team. The top team could be the underdog. You never know with college sports sometimes. You never know with sports sometime period. It could be unpredictable. But this is just something we got to live with when it comes to sports and so forth. But let me hear your guys' opinions in the comments and so forth. Y'all could look it up. It's all on, Google it, ESPN and so forth. You see some articles on it. Tell me what y'all think, man. I figure there's more people involved. Is it greed the reason why these college kids are taking it up? Do they need the money? Is it predatory? Should the college kids be punished to such a high degree for doing this? Let me know what y'all think, man. Hey, I'm out. You guys have a wonderful day. You guys be easy, stay cool, and stay smooth. I'm out.